Hey everybody, and it's this, that, and the other, guys. My name is, turn me up a little bit. Hi, testing, there we go. Hi, my name is Bryan TV. As always, to the right of me is Zach, the audio maniac Vederman, and our special guest today, Danny Archila. Hit me with some claps. Hit me with, damn, he's so good. Hell yeah. Danny Archila, as always, our buddy. Coming in to visit. We just got out of our recording thing.
Yeah, you just got done with your recording thing.
We just got done recording Caldo De Risa, which is available on YouTube. So you're searching Binge on this channel or searching Caldo De Risa. And so we asked Danny to stick around and hang out with us, man.
Yes,
so,
sir.
It's another episode of this, then. The other guys, as always, you can find us at bingeonthischannel.com. And you can find all of our tags there as well. And you'll even have some pop up right here. Pop, pop, pop. Graphics. Bam. Fire. Let's get into it, Danny. Danny, brother, this isn't your first time on this, that, or the other, is it?
Mm-hmm. No, it can't.
No,
be.
it is. The last time I was here, you guys were talking about that vampire movie with Leslie Nielsen or whatever.
Aw, Dracula,
Oh,
dead
Dracula.
and loving it. That was forever ago, dude.
That was like
was
January.
horrible.
That was relatively close.
Yeah, that was a
It
horrible
was
movie.
forever ago,
Not the best.
dog.
Not
Well,
his best.
Danny, welcome to this, that, and the other, brother. As always, man,
feel
we
good.
start off every episode with a little rant, man. Everybody gets a
Oh,
chance.
rat corner, baby.
Oh, rant.
Rant,
Okay.
my friend. So you hop in there, brother, and you give us a quick 2-minute rant, man, about whatever you want, man. Whatever makes you feel good, brother.
What do I want to rant about? Man, I have so many
Anything.
things I want to rant about, but they're like all like super duper private. So I'm trying to rant about some other shit.
Well, how about this? How about you?
I got an idea though.
Okay.
Okay. I don't like that I have a phone in my office that I don't need to answer 80% of the time.
I feel that.
No, it just sucks because like I have at the place where I work, not gonna give out names, so nice try. Nice try. But like at the place I work, they have a phone in my office, and it rings the same ringtone whether it's my supervisor or whether it's one of the clientele. I'm not supposed to answer the calls from the clientele. I'm always supposed to answer the calls from the supervisor. And because there's no difference in ringtone, I always have to fucking just like make my way over there, look at the caller ID, and if it's a 400, that's my supervisor. If it's not, if it's a regular, a 10-digit phone number, I don't have to answer it. So I just get annoyed because I have to do that anyway. My OCD doesn't allow me to relax. I have to walk over, pick up the phone if it's my super, and if it isn't, well then I just lost calories for nothing. It just gets me so fucking annoyed. And I've been trying to make this into a bit on stage. I can't because it's.
What if you
just
unplug
depressing.
the phone? What happens if you unplug?
No, because then my supervisor's gonna come down in the middle of me like enjoying my stories.
No, okay.
I look at some stories sometimes while I'm at work. So it's like I can't risk face-to-face confrontation.
I like that, dog.
Here's what I prefer: email, phone, text,
Carrier
in
pigeon.
person.
Carrier pigeon.
Carrier
Oh man,
pigeon,
I can't hear myself in this mic, man. Like, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear him?
You guys hear me? Okay.
I can't hear Zach.
Well, he doesn't like to talk.
I mean, I'm not talking right now, you know what I'm saying? You want me to say something, I'll say that. I'm just listening to your rant, my guy.
Well, what do you think is he's saying I shouldn't answer the phone or I should just unplug it? What's your solution?
I think you should take the phone, and the next time you hear it ringing and it frustrates you, you chuck it out of an open window.
I would have to break open a window to make an open window.
Yeah, you do what you gotta do.
Okay.
We're here to solve problems, dude.
Just start pounding at the window with the phone until the phone breaks, and then just chuck the whole thing out of the broken open window. If you get cut by some glass, you get workers' comp for that. They're liable. They'll have to pay for your medical bills.
That's
You'll be
a good
good.
You can tell which one of us is the idea, man. It's
me.
Yeah, it's Vederman. Here's my suggestion.
Just unplug it, he says. Nah, bro, you want to get comp for getting hurt on the job, dog.
Yeah, don't do that.
You want that government money, baby.
Don't listen to Vederman. You're gonna end up getting fired. This is what you're gonna want to do, right? You start doing funny voices at work. Like every time you pick up the phone or something,
just constantly
pretend to
pick
be
it up.
someone else. Tell you that's a different line or something. You know, it's, you know, what are they gonna do, right? Like, and then like anytime your boss tries to come down and he's like, "Is that you?" And you're like,
Nah, man, I'm
"No,
just
dude,
answering
that's
it like a pro.
gaslight your boss."
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
start getting real
Oh, yeah.
diabolical with it, bro. Like, start
Oh, yeah.
you know,
That's
like
kinda funny.
call his kid's principal. You know what I mean? Like, get real fucked up with it, dude. Like, you know, let the air out of his tires. You know, like
You're asking me to go full Jerky Boys on this.
Oh, yeah.
that's a sick reference, dog.
Honestly, dude, that predates Crank Yankers by so
By a
much.
1,000 days, dude.
For real, man.
You got
The
it.
movie was shit, but like I love the calls. You know.
I feel that.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a rant, brother. I like that, man. Let's go over to Zach, the sexy maniac.
Oh, yeah, me.
What's
with
your
my-
rant, bro?
My rant of the day. Well, I'm thinking my rant is definitely got to be. It's definitely got to be socks and underwear.
Ooh, what's up with that, dog?
You know what's up with socks and underwear? Why they got to be ripping in all the weird places?
If you don't know this, he tends to gain a urban sort of
Urban patois.
repertoire when he rants. So he sounds just don't be thrown
Well,
off.
I haven't
by it.
heard anything urban. Like, what city streets are you referencing? Is there a commissioner involved?
Yo, I'm from the east side of Cleveland, baby.
It's not urban at all. Cleveland's like,
Exactly. Anyways, let the man rant. Let the man rant about his underwear and socks. All right, hit us with
You
your.
don't know nothing about no East Cleveland, Danny.
you're right, I don't, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's urban.
Hit us with your
You
rant.
don't know nothing about the Cleveland hood.
Have you once said
know
municipal?
nothing about-
Have you ever said the word municipal?
Nah,
Then you're
man.
not being urban. I'm thinking about city planning. I'm thinking about
Municipalities.
the way the transit system is working.
Are you
Parking
municipaling his rant?
Hey, baby. You know
Manessa,
he wants
please.
me to know. He
Oh.
wants me to know how to set up my city right. And I'm just trying to tell him that I got holes in my underwear and I don't like it. You know
Well, way to
why?
rap.
Why does it always forms, bruh? Y'all know what I'm talking about. We all, if you're a dude, you know what I'm talking about because we all get holes in the underwear like right by the side of the legs. No, you know what I mean.
Are
Come
you
on.
a boxer or brief guy?
I'm a boxer brief kind of dude.
Danny, boxer briefs.
Boxers.
Loose ass boxers.
I love boxers.
It's just like your shit loose as a motherfucker.
No, it's because I like boxers, man. I don't think about my fashion choices that much, bro. It's my business.
Is it comfortable?
Is it comfortable?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be wearing if it wasn't.
I don't know. Hey, I feel that. Me, I'm starting to like going commando, bro.
Get the fuck
That's
out.
I swear to God, I'm not. And here's the thing, right?
Get
Here's
the
the thing,
fuck
right?
out.
Here's the thing. I'm no fucking. I'm no gamook.
So he says. So he says.
I'm no gorgonzola. But
Okay.
as I get older, I'm become more comfortable with just like fucking. Like
Poop in
fucking-
your pants,
Not poop in my pants.
bro. Think about your underwear right now.
Yes.
Think about all the times you've had a poop stain in the back of your underwear.
It's still touching your butt. Your logic here is that there's just not an extra layer touching your butt. If your logic here is, oh, well, my underwear is keeping my shit stains in, and thus is keeping me cleaner than it would
Okay.
be if my shit stains were getting
So
to...
here's what I like.
Getting on your pants directly and then going anywhere you sit
Why
down.
do you have shit stains? That's the
Why
real
do you-
question
I'm
here.
saying you
I
don't have shit stains?
It sounds
I
like-
use wet wipes. I use wet wipes.
It
and
sounds like you
I
wipe.
have
It sounds like you
sacks of
wipe.
wet wipes, dog.
Yeah.
Sacks of
So
them.
you're in there
I get my
every
wet
time
wipes
you
from
take a
Canada because
shit.
they put their wipes in sacks, just like their milk.
You neuralize your
That's-
nalgas.
I like that.
It's fair. I like the extra layer because it protects my penis from being cut off by the vicious wrath of my zipper.
Also true. You're just that comfortable with maybe your pubes
Nah, I've
getting
had a
caught
couple
up in
troubles.
your zippers.
I've had a couple troubles.
So
yeah,
there
bro.
you go.
That's what I'm saying. You got all your pubes trapped up in your zipper. Come on
When
now.
I'm not going commando, I do boxer briefs.
So what?
man,
What about
boxer
the
briefs.
socks?
Tight.
Why don't you like socks?
No, it's not that I don't like them.
Yeah, what's wrong with your socks?
I bought these socks maybe 3 months ago. Why is the heel already fading?
That-
Why don't they
Okay.
know how to make
Okay.
better socks
Okay,
yet? We have had socks
Can I-
for millennia.
Can I see these?
Yeah.
These are
For
like-
millennia.
Dude, these are hospital socks. Like they have the little pads at the bottom.
are
This
comfy.
is meant for the holidays. You're
They
not supposed
have
to take these outside
fuzz
of your house.
Inside of them, I really don't. Well, actually, that's not true. I definitely do. I definitely
Yeah,
wear
they're
these.
not,
I definitely
they're not
wear
developed
these
for
in shoes.
outerwear. That's why you're getting holes in your socks because you're using them.
But I'm not
Tell
using them.
push-
I'm not just walking on like the ground in them. They're in shoes.
Push back at him, Vederman. It's your
What
right.
am I doing? What am I doing? What am I
Watch
doing right now?
I just want to make sure that there's something.
I will redline this motherfucker
something-
so hard. I will redline this bitch.
All right.
All right. No,
that's
I'll
a good.
take-
That's a
I'll-
good.
I'll
That's
take
a
that.
good rant, brother. I appreciate.
I don't know,
that.
man. You would think after the decades, the centuries that we've had, underclothing, they could make it a little better.
I don't know.
They
you know,
have. It's called
Ponzi
ankle
scheme.
socks.
Nah, man, it's a Ponzi scheme. They want us to be rebuying underwear every. It's like Big Barber. They want you to get a haircut every 4 weeks. That's every month. That's too much damn
Can
money.
I tell you something?
I ain't doing that.
I've never had to rebuy underwear for like the past 3 years. I've been at my.
So how hole filled are your underwear?
Not at all. It's my socks, but not my underwear.
Well, the socks
How do you
prove-
make holes
so
in your underwear?
I don't know, bro. I don't know how.
Do
it
you have,
happens.
like, acid shits?
I will
Like, what's
go-
going on?
It's not even by the pooper. It's over by. I
Does
told
your
you,
dick get
it's in
that
the
hard
fucking-
when you're
it's
about to
in
bone that
the
it just
leg
rips
area.
through your what?
Maybe.
I don't know
I ain't
how
saying
often
I got-
my underwear gets holes in them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Socks I can understand.
How am I alone
I'm not
on
saying
this?
they don't. Like I know every now and then they do, but I lose a lot of underwear.
Why are you losing your underwear? What
Like-
are you doing with your
like
underwear to be losing
I'll
it?
buy a 6-pack of underwear, and then like the next morning, like I'll already lose one, and then over the span of a week, I'll lose.
Well,
like,
they're expendable, is what it is. And if you don't have a designated destination for your underwear, then they're just gonna be scattered, kind of like a scavenger hunt,
I don't.
That's why I
don't
kinda
like
started
how chill
going
you are
commando.
about it. No.
So you would lose your underwear,
No.
but you don't end up with underwear at all. It
then I
doesn't-
don't lose my kids. That's why I don't have kids, because I'll lose them. Like my underwear.
At least you know. and are willing to
Exactly.
admit.
That's why I'm going commando. Going commando is my version of being. That is my going commando is the vasectomy
I was
of
about to say,
underwear
so you're
losing,
gonna- so you're
dog.
gonna
It's
get
the
him in-
underwear. It's the vasectomy of underwear losing.
Aren't you
bro.
worried
you're gonna
about your
snip your-
pants? Like, what's the best pants to wear if you are going commando? Because I kind of wear gym shorts if I was going commando.
sweatpants.
I always wear gym shorts usually. You usually
Sweatpants,
see me in
gym
gym
shorts.
shorts, sweatpants, things like that. I don't go commando wearing jeans.
Only,
you know?
only a madman.
I don't go to work
only
wearing
a madman.
underwear. Like not since the 70s. But like I haven't. There's no need to.
This is highly inflammatory content. I'm very curious what your rant's gonna be now.
My rant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is something is gonna get us canceled. If it's
Not
not my
ass.
job or your underwear, that's gonna be whatever Brian has to say for sure.
Tits.
What?
Tits is my rant.
Ashed
Sorry.
in my rolling tray.
I'll tell you
ladies
my
and gentlemen.
I'll tell you my goddamn rant. Are you ready for this shit, bro?
Yeah, well, I just hope the camera's ready for it.
Now, this is gonna be an oddly specific rant because this only happens. Oh yeah, because I see it bouncing in the background.
Oh, yeah.
I got it. Hold on.
Let's hold right
Vederman.
here.
No. Give me 2 minutes, Vederman.
All right, I'm
Give
gonna
me
keep
2
talking.
minutes. Here we
I'm
go.
gonna keep talking
Are we
about
going to cut to our
socks and
sponsor?
underwear.
Are we going to cut to our? Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. Let's. I'm gonna hit it with the beat. I'm gonna hit it with the
Are you about
beat.
to rap? Is that
I'm gonna hit it with the beat.
Oh boy,
I'm gonna hit it with the beat.
DJ Vederman.
Hit it with the beat.
He's the
Yo.
better man.
Sitting in my seat, yo, rocking to the beat. Hey,
Oh,
all I gotta say right now, you just hanging here, Danny Archila.
Chilla.
All I wanna know is, do you like chiladas?
Chiladas.
That's a weird thing. How does that rhyme with it?
With it.
It really doesn't. I'm not trying to rhyme it.
Rhyme it.
Oh, you know that we're sitting
on
this couch, just big chillin'.
Chillin'.
We are dudes. I'm smoking a blunt.
Blunt.
I don't really ever like the front.
Cunt.
You just.
sorry. What?
Thought I was going one way with it. I went the other way on it.
This direction.
Quick little rap break. Oh,
Delicious.
little rap break.
All right, here we go.
Let's get into the rant break.
Yo. Yo.
It's time for Brian's rant.
Oddly specific rants. Oddly specific rants.
Specific.
Oddly specific rants.
Oh,
Coming to you from the Pacific.
oh,
We know that you're listening to us on the toilet, plugging away at hairs inside your ear.
yeah.
So I want to tell you a little secret I heard once when I was just a little boy.
Little boy.
Oh.
I used to walk across those dirty, mean streets and I'd
Streets.
look up at those billboards.
Yeah.
And there actually used to be information on the billboards telling you about the show.
Show.
But now all the shows only have words and statements plastered plastered behind them,
Wow.
like bold and amazing and something you should watch and must see TV. And my grandma really likes watching this TV. I fucking hate it. Stop doing it. Stop word blasting on the back of your billboard. Nobody cares about those things. There's no actual recommendation coming from those fucking words. There's nobody. Here's the thing, right?
All right.
They did this shit back in like 2010 when they did the fucking word generator, where it was like the most word that you've used, you know, would be the biggest out of the fucking word collage, and then the rest of the words were fucking smaller depending on how. Did you ever do that? You never did that?
I still do that.
Okay.
For fun.
Whack. Dumb. Bullshit. Here's the thing. When they put that shit behind the billboards and it's like bold and creative for your consideration, and it's like all behind the thing.
Yeah, fuck you, FYC.
And it says the same fucking thing every single time. It's the same fucking thing on every single fucking billboard. And here's the thing. There's like no Roger De Niepert anymore. There's no fucking, you know who they use as my fucking like reviewer? Jim B. Like a review from Jim B. I love this show. I can't wait to watch it again. Jim B. I don't give a fuck about no Jim B.
I don't even know who Jim B is.
I don't
He's
give
the heir to the Jim Beam empire.
Don't use some random motherfucker's name and try and make me. That's how stupid motherfuckers are. They just sit there and go, hey, I know a Jim B. If he likes it, I bet you I like it too. And it's like, where the crawdads fucking jiggle. You know, it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, stop it. Just stop it. Like, I don't care about what other Americans think about this fucking TV. And I certainly don't care about a fucking collage behind the fucking.
But you don't think those are the names of the reviewers from actual publications, though? Because
No, those are fucking people, just random fucking people. Like, I saw one that literally said from Facebook. It was like Jim W. from Facebook or on Facebook. Just some random arbitrary person. A person that probably doesn't even exist.
I see.
Just a literal quote from a random person named Jim something.
Just a super fan of a show or a movie.
Most likely someone who doesn't even exist. Someone that marketing fucking created.
They probably exist. Come on.
Oh, come on.
You have to look these people up.
I'm on Brian's side with this.
We're in the age of accountability.
Brenda H.
Age of
Brenda
accountability.
H.
I'm not joking about that. I'm serious.
Loves the sex lives of college girls. Oh, this show is must-see TV. Stuart S.
Okay.
Who the fuck? Stuart S.
So, all right. Let's get back to Jim B. What would be a more realistic review from someone that isn't a professional movie or TV critic?
You're missing my point about the rant. Well, my rant here is that I don't care about some random person's opinion about the TV.
Okay.
Like, I don't feel like the marketing executives are taking me in my full intelligence when they go, hey, by the way, did you hear this random supposed person on Facebook thinks this show is good? I don't care about what a person who, again, most likely doesn't exist. Someone that marketing literally created.
So you feel like it's a little more fake if it came from that rather than if it came from an actual reviewer with their own creative input.
It sounds silly, but I'm a creature of the 90s, dog. Like, for me, the 90s was Roger De Niepert. You know, they would give you thumbs up and thumbs down. Blockbuster had a star system. There was fucking beaded curtains where the porn was.
And you still got Peter Travers from Rolling Stone. He's still around.
There you go. Right. Yeah. Okay. Then maybe him, right? Maybe if you told me fucking Peter Travers thought that fucking, whatever fucking stupid movie was out. Maybe, right? But they don't do that. Jim B. Fucking Steven S. Like Megan W. I don't care about the everyman's fucking opinion. I don't give a fuck. And I don't care about your fucking posters being blasted with word collages. It's cheap. It's cheap. It's cheap. And it's whack. And it's stupid. You know what was a cool...
It's just a Hollywood problem, though.
You know what was a cool fucking billboard? The Stranger Things billboard. That shit was fire, dog. All types of crazy bananas and shit. Turn me up, dog, about my Stranger Things beat, dog. This is a rap about Stranger Things.
Well, we gotta have a Stranger Things like type beat.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Stranger Things. Everybody loves Stranger Things. Everybody loves Stranger Things. Everybody loves Stranger Things.
Here, what the fuck happened to Barb?
Do you want like an actual
No, that was perfect. That's all I wanted.
All right.
So anyways. So you're too kind. My rant is concluded by the idea that, hey, Brian, it's like civil rights. You want to change anything? Get into marketing, dog. Fucking go out there and build your own billboards, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
can I retort this really briefly?
Yeah, hit me.
Coming from someone that like He's terrible at it, but I work in marketing.
You do.
So
So this is your fault.
No, it is not. I don't
Give me a
I'm not
this is
in
Danny's fault beat.
yet.
Give me
Come on.
this is Danny's fault beat.
I don't know if I want this.
Give me
I
this
don't know
Danny's
if I want this. I'm down as it is. You really need to.
You should have never mentioned it, dog. You should have never. Okay, tell you what. Fine. Then you got to tell me your contradiction in a beat-like way.
Okay. I'm buffering.
Nice.
I'm buffering.
Yo.
I'm buffering.
This is Danny's
50,
report.
60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Hey, I think there's a reason why users are always on the billboards in LA, New York, Chicago, Texas, Bogota, somewhere else tomorrow. The thing probably that the reason of it, I'm sorry to sound like Cosby, but hey, the documentary came out. You know who cares more about it? Not the people that create the movies and TV, but the people watching it on NBC
Bill
or Showtime or Fox or Hulu or Quibi. You see, the thing
Nobody's
is that
watching
when you live in a streaming world, you gotta attack
Reba
the
McEntire.
actual content with some sort of content.
Leguizamo.
You gotta be a streamer to be a believer and a goddamn
White.
dreamer. The influencers of the world aren't celebrities, but teenage
Arnold
girls. The thing is that as you watch these goddamn TV shows and series, movies, you are the controller of up and downs. You greenlight it. You cancel it. The age of the user is here, and that's why I'm saying to my pals here, the user
Take
is
it,
the
veteran.
reviewer.
Take it, veteran.
The user is the reviewer.
User reviewer.
The user is the reviewer. Amazon Prime leaves 5 to 1 stars because the user is the reviewer.
Yeah. The user has the power. All he wants to do is take a hot shower. The reviewer has the power. He will tell you what he likes and doesn't like.
Shower.
He doesn't like the shower.
Shower.
He doesn't like the shower.
Shower.
Maybe a little shower.
Jim B fucking hates to shower and power in showers.
But he loves
Fuck
to tell
you, Jim B.
Fuck you, Jim B.
Fuck you, Jim B.
Fuck you, Jim B.
I don't give a fuck about you,
Jim
Where you
B.
is, Jim B.
All
But
right, this Jim B. Go.
Fuck you, Jim
You
B.
have a small dick.
Yeah.
Jim B. I bet you're a big prick.
Bitch.
Jim G. I bet you suck dick.
You're stuck on Twitch. You're
I
stuck
heard
on
Jim B.
Twitch.
likes fucking bang cats.
Bang cats and bestiality. That's the B and Jim B.
Oh, you just got burned. You just got burned by Danny, Archila,
damn.
John, Jim B. Come find him if you want to find him.
Don't find me.
I'll tell you where he lives, Jim B. I'll tell you where he lives, Jim B. Give me $1,000, Jim B. I'll tell you where he lives.
I definitely don't live near the only aardvark residency in Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, come and find us at fucking Chili John's. Find us at Chili John's. We're gonna whoop your ass.
I don't go to Chili John's anymore.
Hey, John B.
Don't let
I
him know
heard
that.
you cheated on your taxes, homie. That's fucked up.
That's
I heard
fucked
you
up.
sold your grandma into
That's
sex
fucked up.
slavery.
This is getting really
God
personal.
damn.
We were close.
Wow.
Damn.
All right. So let's get into the actual meat of the episode, man. Let's get into the meat of it.
This is kind of nice because I was feeling pretty down before. So thank you.
You were
guys
feeling
for
down. That's
lifting
right.
me up.
We didn't mention it to you guys, because Danny's like,
He's living that sad boy life
he's
right
living
now.
that sad boy life.
He's living that. We all go through that sad boy life.
We all go through
sometimes.
sad boy lives. Do we have kind of like a jazzy sad boy life tune so we can all sing kind of like a...
This is going from track to track, rappy to rappy. This is a musical
our show.
episode.
Our show is... No, this is every episode. We
I
just
love
get
it.
high and play different music.
I dig it.
And Vederman, and God bless Sam, rest in peace, Sam. He's not dead. He's just in Arizona. So he rests in Phoenix, technically, but we say rest in peace. Rest in peace, Sam, in Phoenix. Sam wasn't always a great improviser. So Vederman is very adept at improvising. He's a good singer. He's got a lovely voice.
So Vederman is the better man.
If you've ever seen Harmontown, he's my Jeff Davis.
Yeah, I remember. I loved Harmon.
And I'm a Dan Harmon-esque type of
I see. So that's probably where you get some of the rants from.
chaotic creature.
Yeah.
Well,
Office Hours does
he
that too.
developed this kind of like thing for me where I could just watch a man go crazy for a little bit and chronicle it. And so I have 100 episodes of me being crazy. Breaking my arm, getting sober.
100 and counting. It's just going
Attaboy.
up from there.
So
Is this my
tell us,
sad boy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell us your sad boy.
Is this sad boy enough for
And
you?
here's the thing, right? I don't want you to tell us exactly
Yeah.
like what it is, right? I just want you to kind of like paint me a picture
I'll
of
tell
your
y'all.
sadness.
I'll tell y'all I got
Like, here's
problems.
this.
So
Here's
I'm
this,
telling y'all
right?
I have problems.
Imagine I'm a blind man, and I'm blind and I'm mute, right? And you're visiting me. You're visiting me at a hospital, right? Okay. And Vederman will play, the nurse or something who rolls me in, and like,
Okay.
I just want you to like.
This is whole sketch.
I just want you to describe to me the sadness you feel, like, Okay, here we go.
Be kind to him now. He hasn't had a visitor in over 45 years.
I'll do that. Thank you. Thank you. Can we get some orange juice, please?
You're a nice boy. You're a good young lad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll get you that orange juice right now.
Dr. Johnson, down to aisle number 3, please. Dr. Johnson, down to
Oh
aisle 3,
shit!
please.
I gotta go. All right, I'll see you later. Now,
Okay.
don't startle him, cause he might shit himself.
I don't
okay?
know. I don't know if I can.
I'll see you later.
All right. Hey, hi. How you doing, man? Are you pulling a Benjamin Button on me right now? Why are you sounding like a little baby? A little baby. Okay, this is getting too alien for me.
Daddy, you got this, bro. You got this.
I need to hear a back. Okay. Well, he's gurgling and he's dying, and I can't help but be crying. Life is just a malaise.
Just be like, you need to tell him your sadness, boy.
Oh, I need who? Me?
No, Vederman is the
Just tell him.
I'm telling him my sadness. This is me expressing.
Here's that orange juice. Just tell him.
I was about to get into it. I was going horde.
Dr. Berkowitz heading to the hospice with orange juice. Dr. Berkowitz heading to the hospice.
I gotta go.
I was going horde with four O's.
Just share him. Just share him your sadness.
Right.
Quit gurgling that. Drink your orange juice.
Thank you.
You're a mute. Shut the fuck up.
Well, hey man, I'll tell you what. You're luckier than I. At least you get a one-way ticket out of here much sooner than me. It's not an easy thing to be alive, and I commend you for having done it for so long. Honestly, how could you? How dare you stick around for so long? Why didn't you just choose to get out of here when you had the chance? I'm not just talking about this city. I'm not just talking about this country. I'm talking about this goddamn existence. Just I don't care what your shit is, man. I heard you were, of a different path, but man, if you believe in reincarnation, then fucking reincarnate already. Because this sucks. This sucks. People are dying. Worse yet, people are living. I'm so tired of being around that. I hear you. The Mets did pretty good this season, but I'm just more or less like frustrated with bigger things at baseball. Like what's my legacy gonna be? What type of words are my children gonna not be able to understand from me when I'm on my deathbed? Because you're probably saying some mad important shit, man. But like, I don't understand a fucking word of it, and I never will. Everything you've done, every lesson you've learned, every iota of information you're trying to pass down to me, it's lost on yourself.
Beep. Nurse Tractarian to hospice, please. Flatline coming in. Beep.
Oh my Lord Jesus! Get the crash kit. We gotta jump him.
I'm here, senora. It is me, Dr. Luis Guzman Rodriguez.
What did you tell him?
What did you tell this man?
I told him.
What did you tell this man?
I told him that I'm really upset. First of all, where's my orange juice?
She brought it to you earlier.
Man, I'm not getting you wrong.
I watched her bring the orange juice to you on the camera.
Oh, that's right.
You're drinking it right now.
Well, this is the clearest orange juice I've ever drank.
You have killed the man. You have killed the man with the world's largest heart. With the big, scientifically, this man, because of his lack of vision and his inability to speak, had generated such a gigantic aura around his heart. We were studying him, and you killed him.
You were studying him
for his heart aura.
You're telling me we're here at the New York Metropolitan Museum, and you guys took him into the infirmary just to study him here? Like, why didn't you take him to a better hospital?
Yes, and Danny, I am at the museum with the patient, and I will tell you,
You're not even a real doctor. You were one of the statues.
it's what me and this man do is a bit of statue relief therapy. He was struck by a statue as a young boy, and his mother.
That's why I can't speak. Damn it, you insensitive prick.
You bastard. And so you destroyed this young man. He came here for a Ferris Bueller type encounter with a painting, and you destroyed him. And I want to thank you, because you're right, that boy should have died.
Yeah,
I thought he was an old man.
it was a Benjamin Button.
He was a Benjamin Button. And as we all know, a Benjamin Button is not a button you want to press.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
Take a bow, break the knee. Thank you, thank you. Well, those are some sad boy problems, brother. I feel that.
I felt therapeutic. I feel really good.
Well, good, dude. That's a big part of why we do this, man. I do a lot of this because I get to yell into a mic, man, and be therapeutic about it, bro. You know, it's a good time, man. And that's why today's subject, man, is like, you know, sensitivity, bro. You know, there's a lot going on in the news, man, that makes a motherfucker, you know, kind of reconsider how to react to things.
Yeah.
I used to be very sensitive about certain stuff, you know. I had a discussion the other day with a friend of mine, you know, and we don't like to talk politics on this show, and I'm not going to start it. But let's just say this is the type of gentleman who would wear a Punisher shirt with a Trump wig on it, you know, like that type of fella,
Hilarious.
you know, who wears that type of, you know, garments.
We don't know him, is what you're saying.
He would be a man from
this is a buddy of
Virginia.
mine from the park. You know, this is,
This is an out here buddy.
Yeah, this is a friend of mine. You know, this is a guy that I consider a friend, and I still do, despite the story I'm about to tell.
Do tell.
Story time.
Do tell. Let
So-
me spark up that sad boy music.
I like it. Thank you. A Day at the Park.
Yes, by Bryan TV.
Illustrated by William Joyce.
Yes.
The family at Privet Ford Drive were one
To get our business up and running.
who. It looks like we're breaking
This is
into
a short
another.
story.
Looks like we're breaking
in
into
the
another
Highlights
skit.
magazine.
One of our world famous skits. It was a cool day. I suppose being alone is just part of it. Nice. Do the Foley work. You guys do the Foley work. I waved at Sarah, and it was night. It just happened all of a sudden. I just looked around, and night happened. There's a squeaky dog happening in the background. A dog playing with a squeaky. I laugh, and I continue my walk. I see Greg in the corner with his dog. And as I cross by Greg and I nod, I'm smoking my cigarette. I'm reminded of France, of the little villa.
Beckett's.
I remember walking by the espresso bar. The smell of fresh croissants in the air. It's 1876. I've just come back from the French-Indonesian Wars.
It's still
There's a lot going on Foleywork wise, but I'm sure you can hear the mochi being made in the background. Yep. Standard Patrol by the Zeppelins. It's 1876 in another universe. I'm running down the stairs, and I say to Greg, and downstairs I go. I say, hey Greg, how you doing? And Greg goes, do you think that there's as much white supremacy as they say on liberal media? This is the first time me and Greg have had this discussion. We've had this discussion several times. And I always respond in the same way. I say, Greg, if there's any white supremacy at all, whether it's 1% or 10%, a lot of Foley work going on here. We're going to turn the dial down on the Foley work just a little bit. The Foley work is so good. He Foley's his own work. Okay. No, he's killing it. He's doing a good job. So I go, if it's either 1% or 10%, there's way too much white racism, white nationalism, white whatever supremacy. And Greg and I begin to start yelling. Greg is saying, oh, well, I've been all over the world from Alabama to Korea, and I've never seen white racism or supremacy. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you, Greg, because you're a white guy. So obviously you're not going to see it that often. And he goes, oh, see, so it's because I'm white I don't understand what's going on. And I go, yeah, it's white supremacy. You're not going to see it. You're not going to be part of it because it doesn't interact on you. It doesn't interfere with your daily life. And so Greg goes, well, there's only 10,000 white supremacists in the United States. That's 1% of 6 billion. And I'm like, can you hear yourself, dog? Can you hear what you're saying? You're giving me statistics on how much white supremacy there is out there. But you're telling me that it doesn't exist. What part of that don't you understand? And he retorts by saying, well, it's not as much as the liberal media says. And we start back at the beginning of the circle. Sarah's walking by with her dog. The crickets are going on in the background. And the loop started again. Do you think there's as much as they say there is on TV? And it's a horrible loop because I love Greg. And Greg's a good dude. And I tried to tell him, hey, brother, sometimes the things you say are pretty crazy. You know? But I understand because I know you're not a bad dude. I know you're not racist. But when you try and justify or just say things like that, it doesn't make you look good. Now, you may be wondering, Brian, why are you saying this like spoken word? Because at this point in the conversation, I'm yelling at the top of my voice. I'm screaming. And I don't think you guys have ever seen me really, really scream.
I have.
But I'm screaming.
I think I have. I don't know if you have.
I'm fucking yelling, dude, at the top of my fucking voice. Are you out of your fucking mind? And I insist, stop trying not to ask the questions you're trying to ask. Like, pay attention to the questions you're asking. You know, don't ask me if I believe white supremacy exists out there. You know, ask me if I believe that there's as much white supremacy as that they're portraying. Don't set it up for a discussion like that. Don't do me like that. I'm your homie. Don't do me like that. Just say it. Just say, do you think there is as much white supremacy as the liberal media is showing us? Instead of just coming up to me and going, hey, do you think that white supremacy is still out there? Like, does it exist? And I'm yelling, you know, don't you fucking understand? Like, and at the end of it, we stop and we take a breather and we say, hey, at the end of the day, man, you're still my homie. And I still love you, Greg. Because you make good beef stew. And he brings me some sometimes.
Nice.
And even though Greg said all types of crazy shit, like, oh, you're crazy, man, I don't want to talk to you, you're crazy. And I was like, you're crazy. Crazy old white man. At the end of it, I was like, hey, man, keep making that beef stew, and I'll see you here tomorrow night. So what do you think about that?
That was impassioned.
That was
That was sincere.
That was a hell of a sad boy story.
You had the
It's not a
conversation.
sad boy story. It's sensitivity, bro. It's a story about sensitivity.
It's about
All right,
growth.
that's one
as
hell
far
of
as I
a-
think.
Hit
I
me
think-
with the Danny thoughts.
It's one hell of a
I think-
sensitive boy story.
Okay, so I don't go by Danny. I go by Jim B. And if I could give a
Damn, it was you.
Danny with that
along.
sick callback.
No. I've been in those type of conversations before. Sometimes I'm on your side, sometimes on the opposite side. And one of the hardest things to do is to still be cool with that person afterwards. So the fact that you were able to be cool and still regard him as your friend, as this beef stew connoisseur, as somebody who ultimately will not totally understand your side and still be pals, like that takes a big man.
Mm-hmm. He's a cool guy. Greg's a cool dude.
Must be.
You know.
Shout out to you, Greg.
Hey, thanks for the beef stew, Greg. Vederman, what do you think, dog? Isn't that crazy? What do you do in situations like that, Vederman?
Did you like the story of Vederman?
I definitely wouldn't be screaming at the top of my lungs. I don't know this.
Screaming.
I don't
like
know
what I did at Encanto, but 10 times louder than that. My
Well,
voice was raw.
You were nice to my parents.
My voice was raw.
Yeah.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, wait, pardon me.
So both of y'all are screamers in this situation, huh?
Well, yeah. We're both screaming at each other.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
Right? An example of my sensitivity pushing me to a situation that I normally wouldn't. I'm not a very sensitive guy. I'm a comedian. You know, it's like I'm not supposed to be sensitive, dog. Sure, every comedian's supposed to feel like whatever inside and be like a little caramel nugget, you know, of softness and sweetness. And hey, you poke me in the right part of my body and, you know, you might push right through me. But like, you know, I'm the house. Like, I'm not too worried, bro. But there's something about that question. And it's only Greg who ever asked me a crazy question like that, where it's like, do you think white supremacy still exists? Like, do you think it's, you know, and it's like, what? You know, like,
What are you asking?
what are you talking about? Like, yeah,
What are you doing to me, my dude?
in the same way black racism exists against white people.
Everybody's racist.
Damn, everybody's racist.
Everybody's racist.
And he gets that. That's why me and Greg get along.
The least racist people are the ones that admit they're racist. So that's what I think.
I think
I think
I don't think he's
everybody's
admitting to being. Well, I've admitted before. I think race is inherent, so there's no way to get around it. I think that's just
Yeah,
something that's
we're
born into
stuck
you.
with that.
There's
We're
just
all
part
stuck
of it.
with
I think,
Yeah.
that, like you said, the first step of it is admitting that everyone has racial
bias,
biases.
views, opinions.
regardless.
They're just ingrained. It's part of the evolution
I
of
get that.
of
So you're right.
humans.
I
to,
agree with you. That's
group
probably
together
the-
and tribe up and form groups. Our group is not your group. What are you doing over there? Who are you? What are you about? You know, that's just like survival shit that humans develop so that they could like form societies.
Do you
and
think
shit.
when Greg was talking about the whole thing about white supremacy, you think he was just really saying, I'm not a white supremacist, I'm a good guy?
I think a part of it is that because Greg is very right to the point where it's true right. You know, it's like he's all about the Great Reset.
I wish we
You
could.
know, and he's about. Greg's a really cool dude. I would love to have Greg on because he's like a very cool dude. But like he is very like he was the type of guy who used to listen to Ronald Reagan vinyls.
Oh, wow.
Like he was a true Republican. He's a true honest to God politician, red guy. Like, but he's watched the world warp before his eyes essentially, and so. You know, he's into all of the Tucker Carlsons and he's into like, you know, all the stuff. And it's again, we're having a discussion today. That's why this episode is very sexy. About sensitivity.
And
We're talking about things that what makes you guys sensitive. What are still some subjects that kind of like touch you a little bit that would make you scream and not sound sexy like this, but make you scream at the top of your lungs in a park.
I think being misunderstood makes me scream, and then like being categorized as one thing instead of like a dynamic thing makes me scream. Because it's just judgment once you put labels on certain people, like in such a demeaning way if you do that, you know. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like being pigeonholed by people that don't know me as well as I know myself, you know.
This is pretty oddly specific.
You
Scream button.
asked what makes me cry. You asked what makes me cry. That's what
Well,
makes
not
me
cry. I guess like
But that's it. I don't
know. Like what's something like I know for Vederman, I've heard him before where he's heard someone say "kike" before, like at a mic. I think it accidental before you told me a story about someone saying something about Jews and bad mouthing Jewish people and like
It was good old Ellie Waba at Garage Mike.
Oh, you know what? I feel yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
I
about
see what you
something
mean.
like that. Like
I see what you mean.
sure, maybe oh, I'm sorry. Maybe the whole discussion for me did come down to like race, you know. Maybe there was a part of me, and I'm just talking to myself and being honest, the way I would be in therapy. Like, maybe it's because of my own struggles with identity. Like, you know, maybe it's like, you know, I have to do my part in that regard because I do so little and everything else. Like,
I mean, it's also such. It's just.
and maybe it's just because he said it 1,000 times. He's always asked me this question, and every time I always say the same thing. It's like whether, I mean, like, I always say yeah, and then he goes, I always say yeah, and then he goes, yeah, but no way, man. He's like, I've been everywhere. It's always like, I've been everywhere, and I've never seen it.
Would you say that there are individuals out there in comedy that speak with as much bravado, but like still have an opportunity to open their minds and be more sensitive and be more aware like that?
Maybe.
I don't know if like, I don't know, because everything's kind of evolving right now. I think we're starting to hit this kind of like weird punk peak.
Yeah.
Where like it's not cool to be woke. Like I think we're getting closer to like where things have, you know, we've hit kind of a breaking point in regards to our sensitivity, I believe.
Sure, but
Again,
it's still
it's
not
like-
cool to be racist either.
Well, here's the thing though,
Yeah.
right? Because here, what defines our racism as a whole? Because it's like anybody having that discussion with what I just told you right now,
Yeah.
right? You know, our first thought is like, oh, well, Greg's a racist. Like, but I'm not saying Greg's racist. I mean, I never said, you know.
No,
like,
I didn't ever say he was racist. I just think he's ignorant. Ignorance
there's a level
and
of ignorance.
ignorance and racism are not directly correlated. You do have to have a certain level of ignorance to be racist.
But just because you're ignorant does not necessarily mean you're racist.
Racism comes from a place of
That's a
hate,
very good point,
hate
Vederman.
and misunderstanding. It comes from those two places. It comes from learned hate
I
And I
don't
don't-
like
and there's-
misunderstanding.
There's no hate from Greg in that regard.
He's a
Greg
loving guy. He's a cool
Greg
dude.
just has a misunderstanding,
Yeah.
you know, to what's going on. So,
But,
I mean,
but that's not caused by ignorance.
I believe that's caused from. I think it is ignorance. I think it's like a. I
Well,
think it's
it's well clearly off of the way you've described him as a true
he feels like a
red.
victim. He
Yeah.
feels like he's
Well,
being
it's-
victimized
it's
right
not-
now by everything that's
it's
going
not
on in the
white
media.
supremacy. It's white fragility. Because
Right.
they're all scared about being replaced. That's not.
Well,
that's not
I mean,
what a supreme race would do. They're worried about losing status.
I don't want to include Greg in this. That's the thing.
fragility.
I'm not including Greg with this
I'm just saying,
subject
like-
of white supremacy.
I'm just saying, like the.
I don't want to, and I also
the
don't want to
white
loop.
man in general.
I don't want to loop everybody into this, like, just because he listens to Tucker Carlson and, like, just because he wears, like, a Punisher shirt with, like, a Trump thing on it. Like, again, all of those things, they may, like, to another person, especially in California, that may brand you automatically as being a fucking, Nazi or a traitor or whatever it is. Like, that's something that happens automatically because of people's, almost, again, sensitivity to what is going on, theoretically around them and towards their politics. And so I don't want to loop him in with that, but as far as the ignorance goes along that, I don't think Greg is ignorant to the plight of what's going on, but I think his victimization and feeling that everybody's out to get the straight white, Republican man, and not just that, and it's not even about that. Greg's really honestly more concerned about human rights, like our rights as people. He's concerned about the vaccine because he's tired of our jobs being taken away, and it's all this kind of like, that type of stuff. And again, I'm not here to take away from it or anything, like it's, we're having a discussion here in regards to the sensitivity. So it's like,
Again, he just sounds like a very.
he's an old school guy. He's like 50, 56 almost,
Yeah, I don't care. you know, I almost don't care because he just sounds like an extremely misinformed dude. I don't care how old he is. He just sounds
He's pretty informed, though, man.
informed about what, though?
That's
you know
the
what I
thing,
mean?
though. It's like, yeah.
Like, what information is he getting? Because it doesn't sound like he's getting anything that's actually true. It
I
sounds
think
like he's just being force-fed a lot of bullshit. and
My
he just believes
personal
it 'cause
belief-
it's what the Republicans are saying.
My personal belief is that, like, there is a correlation with the supposed Great Reset, not in that big sense of a word, but, you know, I do believe there's a power struggle going on, you know, and that the vaccines and everything had a lot to do with it. I'm not going to knock that away, but I also don't believe that it's like, and I'm trying not to paint Greg in a bad picture. He certainly didn't say, oh, well, they're coming after us. I don't know. Sometimes there are times where he says things. Who knows? Maybe I'm sensitive about my friend. You know, maybe we're having a discussion about my sensitivity about my friends' like views of life. You know, maybe that's why, you know, the story is like that, where it's kind of like, oh, you know, am I making excuses for someone, you know, that I perceive as a friend? You know, am I being sensitive about? It's very interesting. Very interesting.
I have friends similar to Greg.
Okay.
Brian, I think both of you guys know that. I have one friend that's very similar to Brian. You
To
know?
me?
No, not to you. To Greg. I don't know why I kept saying Brian. There's something in this water. Okay, they put in an extra sugar
Fluoride.
cube. Yeah, I meant to Greg. I have a friend similar to Greg. I'm not gonna say her name. When I hear her give me her opinions on the way the world is and how she thinks the world works based on her experience and her livelihood, I just kind of have to keep reminding myself, this is because of personal experiences that she's had. It's not just because, like, what she may or may not have seen on television or read in a book, or no, like, this is stuff that's been happening to her since she was a young person. And all those experiences culminating create your perspective of the world. It builds up the sand that is solidified into glass that creates your lens on the world. So the reason why I view the reason why I view herpes like I do is because those were my experiences. I don't know what the science says. I don't know if I care about what the science says. All I know is that they're from my experiences, and that's what I know to be true. Now, sometimes people could say something that's similar, but my experiences, in my opinion, matter above everybody else's. And then the one thing that matters more than that are the experiences of people I care about, people I love, and people I genuinely want to continue seeing in my life. So that's where I come from, man. Mm-hmm. And sometimes people are going to think that's cool, and sometimes people are going to think that's not cool. And in this case, it's a real catch-22. I don't even know how we feel about Greg. He sounds like a cool guy.
What's your counterpoint, Vederman? Because I see it on your lips. Hit me with it.
He's got it.
I just don't know where herpes came into the. I just don't know where. I'm just so.
Well,
trying to
I
figure
have a
out
very
where-
strong opinion about it.
I know you do.
I have a
I know
very
you
strong
do.
opinion
I
about
know
it.
you
You know
do.
that. So
I know you
I
do.
don't have a strong opinion about bees. I was very scared of bees, but I've gotten over my fear of that. I don't have a strong opinion about
Okay.
bees anymore. I used to hate peas. Peas were the worst to me. I accidentally had some Thai food one time. Now I don't mind peas anymore. I like peas. I still don't like herpes. So I'm always going to have a strong opinion about herpes based off my experiences with herpes, because it never gets better. It always gets worse. You're kind of fucked with herpes.
I'm sensitive about that joke. So what is a sensitive topic for you, Vederman, as we close in on the 5 minutes? 5 minute mark.
I guess. Yeah.
Or your thoughts on the Greg story.
It's not exactly the word kike that bothers me. You know, it's more. Don't worry, it's fine. Chill out while the ads play, and I wait for them to skip. There we go. So back to the smooth jazz. By the way, we have 4 minutes left.
I know, that's why I'm like, tell me your thoughts so that we can close it out.
On sensitive topics. It's not the word kike that really bothers me. It's any hate word with the intention behind it to be to hurt somebody, you know? Like, words are words, and they only mean what we put behind them. And if you say a racial slur of some kind, to a close friend, you have a close relationship with them, it's not like some random person is saying it out of hate to you, or someone casually is saying it out of hate, and they are. They're not, because sometimes with comedians, there's they're trying to be funny. They're not trying to be funny if they're saying it off the stage constantly with a nice undertone of anger to it. You know what I mean? It's, and not to put his name in the air, and I won't again because I don't want to even say his name, but that same night when I went off because he kept saying kike, he kept calling you a faggot, and I swear to God, I was gonna pop him in the fucking mouth.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and faggot's another hard word to get around, because there's a lot of people in the gay community who get very offended when anyone says that.
But that's just it, though. He was coming at it from a comic's perspective, and he didn't know how to shut it off.
No, Danny, he wasn't. He's a hateful piece of shit.
Okay, but there's nothing to hate about that with me. Like, I'm not
Danny,
I'm not gay. Like,
I
why
know
would you
you're
say
not.
that?
Because to him, it's a word to tear someone down with. It's a demeaning word.
Yeah, it's
with the way he uses it.
He's not saying it like he's from Boston.
He's not saying, man, you're being such a faggot right now. It's not. There was no funny undertone. There's no him trying to be. There's no nice way around it. He was being a rude piece of shit, and just kept calling you a faggot. And that word's really, really divisive in the gay community, because I know gay guys who will call each other faggots, and I know ones who will get really butthurt when anybody says it. Almost kind of like how there are some black people who will use the N-word liberally, and then there are guys who are like, you can't say that, it's tearing us down as a community. There's almost that same kind of fight in the gays with faggot. And then I don't know how the Jews feel about kike, because ain't nobody been calling us a kike for so long.
Except you just said it like 6 times.
Yeah, but again, I feel like I can say it. I don't know.
Do we have?
I don't know. Let a
Colombians
Jew come at me and be like, you can't say it, and I'll be like, I have the same religion as you. Like,
they call us dirty nose runners. You never heard that before?
Because.
Yeah.
Oh.
They'll be like, you fucking dirty nose runner.
That's not too bad.
They call you a white line fucker, dirty nose runner. They call you a coffee bean nutter.
I get sinuses, so that's pretty accurate for me.
Nice. I like that. Well, as we get closer to the 2-minute mark, because Danny did 2 minutes of time to stall at the beginning.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah,
so we had 2 minutes to get in there. Thank you guys for being here on this episode of This, That, and the Other, episode 111. 111 episodes. Our second episode. Cheers, dear. Clink. Danny,
nice.
Thank you so much for being here with us, man. It's such a pleasure.
Yeah, you guys lifted my spirits.
Oh, good.
And
we hope you had a good time.
It's gonna get me through.
Do you want to shout anybody out?
Yeah, what's up?
No, Jim B. Jim B.
Hey,
Keep
fuck you, Jim B.
leaving those reviews on Amazon Prime, HBO Max, and on the Binge on This network.
Meet Danny in front of Chili John's. He'll beat you up. Zach, what do you got?
What do I got? I got all kinds of crazy stuff, I got to shout out my mamas. I got to shout out my papas. I got to shout out my sisters. I got to shout out my brothers. I got to shout out my aunties. I got to shout out my uncles. I got to shout out Brian. And I got to shout out Danny.
Oh,
and my grandma, who's still alive.
Yeah, shout out to Grandma Vederman's.
Yep, she'll never see this because she has no idea how to work the YouTubes.
But
maybe one of my parents will show it to her.
That would be nice. I would love to see my grandson in Hollywood on the TVs.
Yeah, that's exactly what she'll say.
As always, guys, you can find us and you can find me at @thereal_Bryan TV. You can find the podcast anywhere podcasts are streaming. But if you want to find like localized way to find us. You can simply search bingeonthischannel.com in Google, bingeonthischannel.com. It has all of our links there. It has all of our upcoming projects. It has every way for you guys to support us on our end, including Danny and Danny's show, Caldo De Risa. You can find that there, a Colombian Pride show. That's what I like to call it, a Colombian Pride show. That way we market with the gays. We are close to West Hollywood, so our Colombian Pride show.
Are you gonna release this in time for Pride?
Maybe, brother.
Hey, you never know.
You never know. Hey, you close your eyes and believe, brother. We'll get it done.
I close my eyes even when I don't believe.
I love it.
I like it.
And of course, guys, just remember, before, throw me down a sick fat rap beat, dog.
All right, a sick fat rap
about to
beat
throw down.
coming up.
If you're in Los Angeles, California, guys, you can always check us out at a bunch of our shows. You can find that at the Gauntlet Comedy. Thank you as always to Will Martinez.
Shout
for
out
allowing us
to
shoot
Willie
here
Martinez.
at Will and Martinez. Thank you, Danny Archila, for being our guest on this episode of This, That, and the Other. Zach, the audio maniac, Vederman, the angel, the devil, simultaneously on my shoulders. Shout out to Sam Maskell. Rest in peace.
Rest in
He's
peace in
not
Arizona.
dead. He's resting in Phoenix.
Rest in R.I.P. Rest in
Rest in
Phoenix.
Phoenix, baby.
Well, he's gonna
Rest in
arise like a
Phoenix.
phoenix.
Maybe, hopefully, if that damn baby gets big.
It will.
And before we go, we just want to let you guys know, as always, remember to love each other, stay safe, and to dream the dream of 1,000 dreams.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like an
Keep it
Aladdin.
cool. Keep it classy. Roll up a fatty.
Fatty.
Do you have a sign off, Danny, you want to do?
Okay. Well, we had our talk. We had our fun. And I'm Danny, and I'm saying we're done. It's this, that, and the other. We got a brother and a brother and a brother of a brother. Well, I don't know any of their mothers, but I do know one thing. Jim B could suck on this D because he sucks really badly.
Go.
He doesn't know how to write a rhyme more than a dying man in the hospital.
Fuck you, Jim B.
Yeah.
Night
Fuck
at the
you,
Museum
Jim
2
B.
was a better movie than the first one.
Fuck you, Jim B.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Jim B. Zach Fetterman
yeah.
lyrics.
Fuck you, Jim B. You don't know me. I'ma slap you with my whole bad army.
Oh.
You don't know.
Oh.
What you doing?
No.
Jim B, you don't know nothing.
No.
Gonna owe me
Oh.
$50.
Oh.
All I gotta say, holla holla.
And maybe
Fuck
some
you, Jim B.
socks.
Fuck you, Jim B. Fuck you, Jim B. Fuck you, Jim
Let's get
B.
some new
We're out,
socks.
folks. Have a good night. Yo. Secret track. I fucked Jim B's mom in the back of my old Cadillac, and I threw her, sacked her down, and I came on her face, and I came in her ear, and then I came in her mama's face. That's a double whammy. You don't know what I mean. You will never see this, Jim B. Fuck you for leaving that review about me, and fuck you, Kenny Lyons, too. If I wanna show my dick on this bitch, I will.